good afternoon, or should I say good evening, good morning, however you're going to view this video. What up, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen? You tuned in once again to Don M-TheeFDMGBoogieman as we go into another topic for this YouTube network station. This segment is called Hood Politics because it's time to bring neighbor back into the hood. And once we can bring neighbors back into the hood, then we have a neighborhood. And that's what its focus is, to bring back the neighbors. Many of our neighbors has disappeared, folks, as I've been saying. And that's why our communities, the black community especially, is the most worse off because we don't have no form of neighborhood. We don't have it in our hearts to really be part of the neighborhood. That's why it's important for hood politics. And this has to be the year that we get a lot of things going, folks, because like I said, this is the year of the twos. This is the year of three twos. And when you look at three twos and you multiply three twos times three, that's 666. And I told you guys at the beginning of this year, or should I say at the end of last year, or whenever I said it, I said we gotta be careful this year because this going 2022 is going to be a year where Satan's going to show his face. He's going to show his tail. He's going to show all forms and signs of darker days. I told you guys that we're going to, I said 2022 is going to be a year. We're going to leave out of COVID. We're not in war. But watch when 2022 hit, we're going to somehow, some way be in war. And somehow, some way we are in war. And that's because our community, my community, so whoever's seeing me, this black community have a strong, like, politics is kryptonite to us. Voting is kryptonite. Being involved in our community is kryptonite. It's like water and it's melting and melting. It's like, it's like throwing water on the witch and the Wizard of Oz, and she's melting. That's what being involved with politics is. And I remember when I spoke to Umar in 2017 about this, and he looked at me like I was the craziest thing and said, no, we don't do that. We don't do white politics. And then when I spoke to him, more deeply, and I gave him a piece of paper, I gave him some paper like I always do, folks. So I gave him paper. And when I gave him some paper, he looked at it, said, I'm going to look at this. And then a couple of weeks later, he had this video. I'm about to share with you. And it's so funny because my father always told me how so many people always used to just want him to talk, and then they try and rob him for his brain food, the food that he brings to the table. And I see that happens to me as well. So many folks do it. And this dude did it on this occasion. I'm going to break it down, okay, folks? Because I want you to know where original ideas come from. Original ideas come from not those people who be in the spotlight. It really comes from those people in the background. And then those spotlight people try and steal the spotlight and run with it. It's sad because this is what I told him to do. And I'm going to get to another video as well. And it's not about Umar, but this is about us forming the neighborhood campaign. It's important for hood politics to really be launched, because this is definitely the year. 2022 is the year for us to get 100% organized politically, because 2023 is when they're going to start talk about candidates that they're going to have representing us. And then 2024 is the year that they're going to run for office. And right now, we don't need to be focused on the candidates that they say. We need to really right now build our candidate to run for us. We need to really start building our candidate to work for us. That means we need to start forming the arm, the leg, the arm, the head. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to start making our candidate. And once we can start forming our candidate and giving our candidate the right energy that we needed to have, then we will be able to have a strong political base. Okay? I hope you guys were getting that because it's very important for us to understand where we're going with this right here. I'm going to be web page and everything else with this hood politics because hood politics is what it is right now. And folks, once again, we must raise up candidates right now. We must have candidates that we can start pushing right now. I told Umar Johnson this in 2016, 2017. I said like this, look, man, you running, you got the people that you got a wave behind you. You know, people's trying to put little daggers into your parade, but I still say push forward. And I say, instead of you keep focusing on the school right now, focus right now on politics. Just start launching the fact that you want to run for office. Let's start moving that. Let's start moving it. I said that. Let's start moving that. Let's run you as a candidate. Not even a candidate to win, it's a candidate to make some noise. Let's get with the campaign funds. Let's get with the real ball game. Let's get with the real hustle. Let's do the real do. And then at the very end, people will know you, recognize you, you build your platform, and then your school will open up that much faster. He could have had his school open up back when Donald Trump became president. He could have been had the shit, but no, he didn't want to listen. And folks, 5 years later, he's doing exactly what we talked about. Exactly. Let's go to the video because this video is very horrible. Because even as he's talking about if he was a black president, because folks, we're definitely going to be talking about neighborhood party. Shit I talk about is already written, typed up. I don't be bull crapping. I hands people information. I don't just talk. I always have something to go into the hands. What do it say? Neighborhood party. This is old papers. Hood politics for hood power. The neighborhood movement is targeted. Okay, this is all old stuff. It's targeted towards all non-voters, immigrants, single mothers, forgotten seniors, concerned parents, gang members, deprived youth, project street entrepreneurs, and felons. This is what the neighborhood party is all about. Focus on that target market. I'm going to say the target market again. This is my direct target market that we want to be part of our political campaign and not to be just part of it, but to be awoken in it so that they're moving in it. And now we can start creating employment within it. Because this is a political wave that if we focus right now, economically, folks, we can raise several billion motherfucking dollars. We not talk about small money, several billion motherfucking dollars. Because this ain't about a school. This is about the school system across America. This ain't about a business. This is about businesses all across America. This ain't about police violence in your neighborhood. This is about policing our communities all across America. This isn't about having safe streets in your hood. This is about making the world a safer place. This is what this is about. Now let's get into it. If he was president.
Is I want to talk about some things that I would do, some things that I would do if I were president of Black America. Okay. And I do think that at some point we're going to need to get organized enough where we actually have campaigns and candidates to be president of Black America. There needs to be a governing body for how we behave as a people and for our agendas and goals as a people, because we're the only people in this country that does not have a central governing body that determines what we should be doing as it relates to our best
This is
interests
dog. Shut the
as a
fuck
people.
up.
So I'm going to begin. Okay, I'm going to begin. The very first thing, the very first
Listen
thing
to him.
that I would
The
do.
very first thing. Okay, this is the very first thing that he would do if he became president of Black America. Now, remember, folks, I've given him this literature and a little package. I gave him a little package. It was a package. And what's so sad is that that was like one of my last ones that I had like that. I thought I had like a couple more, but I couldn't find them. The very first thing that this dude says that he would do if he was president of Black America would be this.
If I was president of Black America, is I would require all Black fraternities, all Black sororities, all Black Masonic organizations, all Black professional organizations, all Black community based organizations, all Black national organizations, whether it's the Urban League, whether it's the NAACP, whether it's the Nation of Islam, whether it's the Kappas or the Alphas or the Zetas, Stigma Gamma Rhos, whether it's the Stop the Violence movement, whether it's Black doctors, Black psychologists, Black teachers, Black engineers, whenever, whenever there is a conference to be held, whenever there is a conference to be held, all Black organizations, all of them, are required to hold their conference at a historically Black college or university. Let me say it again. If you're holding a conference, your fraternity, your sorority, your professional organization, your community organization, the Black pharmacists, the Black social workers, the Black lawyers, if you're going to bring our people together for a specific purpose of improving our situation, we should be making sure that all the money from that conference goes back into the Black community. We have over 100 historically Black colleges in this country that are.
So, the very first thing that he would do if he was president of Black America, of this country, was he would force all organizations. He would make it mandatory for all Black organizations to, if they're going to do conferences, this was going to save Black America. That all organizations, if they're going to do conferences, they're going to have to do it at a Black historical college. That's going to save the day. That's going to save the babies. That's going to save the boys. That's going to put food on the plates and tables of every hungry person in America, because he's going to make sure that the Sigmas and the Zetas and the Q Dogs and the Kappas and the Alphas in all churches, whenever they have a conference, instead of them going to the Hilton, instead of them going to the Marriott, they have to do their conference at a Black school. That's the first thing he's going to do. Number one, uno, no, first thing. And see, everything he's going to say really coincides to this design around why it's important for you guys to support the FDMG school. That's because that's what he wants. to come to the school. He wants all local, all community who's going to do something to come through his school, as opposed to go down to the hotel. Come to his school as opposed to go somewhere else. He's trying to really bring. He's casting a spell on the people to make them just focus on FDMG, as opposed to, once again, this is president of a country. I see economically how that can bring in dollars, but that's also so controversial off the rip. It has no real benefit to Asian, like you say, Black America. There is no Black America in this country that you could become president just of. So even talking the talk, it sounds stupid. That's why when he first said it, when I seen this video, I was like, "This dude is just messing up what I'm talking about." He's so stupid. He don't even know how to just relay the message properly. He relayed the message and distorted the message, and the message that I delivered to him, if he would have relayed it properly, it would have got received in a well manner. But the way he presented off the jump, if I was president of Black America, no, nigga, that wasn't about saying Black America. If you was president of this country, damn it, we got elected. He's so stupid though. There's no Black America that any person, one man, is going to become president of in this country. I was part of an organization called the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation. We had a president of our organization. We could fly our flag at the UN if we had our numbers right. But that charter is still in existence. But right now, there's a lot of people trying to steal that charter. That charter is hidden somewhere safe right now, and it's not in this country. Okay, the charter is not even in this country. Our president died. We have a vice president, and the vice president personally told me where the charter is at. I know where the charter is at. Like I say, folks, this rabbit hole is deep. You gotta recognize the people that you're seeing, the people that you actually listening to. We've been anointed. We've been anointed. We've been challenged through many fires, and we moving forward. And that's why I'm telling you, folks, that this must be the election that blacks across the world, okay, folks, this has to be the election impact. This has to be the most impacted election that we ever touch. I ain't even talking about Barack Obama, though. This election coming up right now has to be the election that we make the Barack Obama election look like nothing. That looked like a crackerjack joke. That's how we gotta go at this election. This is the most important election of all time. That Obama was not the most important election. That was just to make a little statement. This election right here is to let the world know that we as black people are ready to take over and lead. That's what this election is about. This election right here is because, like I said, this is the time where we're going to see a lot of satanic shit happening. And this is the time that we, black men rise, original rebel. This is the time that we as black men must rise up and be the original rebels that we are. We must rebel against this demonic system. We must rise up and show that we not only have the manpower, but we also got the economic power to go behind it. And we have the warriors behind it as well. And this has to be the time. This ain't no time for us to be sitting back and watching all these white people storm the Capitol and say, yo, why are they doing that? You know why they doing that shit. They doing it because they following leadership of those who said this shit is wrong, this wrong. I wish we had the balls to do shit like that. I'm not mad at not one of those persons that ran up in that building. I'm not mad at not one of those people that ran up in that building. I'm not mad at not one of those people that was face to face with those police, I'm not mad at them. I respect them as a warrior. Like, wow, that's what warriors supposed to do. When George Floyd was fucking on his face, we were supposed to did that. When Eric Garner was on his fucking face, we were supposed to did that. When Breonna Taylor got laced up with bullets, we supposed to did that. When Sean Bell was hit up 50 times, we were supposed to did that. When Diallo was popped in his goddamn feet, we were supposed to did that. But we are passive people, and we allow everything to happen, and we don't want to take control. But I'm saying this is the time to take control, and I'm looking for several people who's willing to join forces, build, exchange information, and build. One of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to focus on April 4th. April 4th is a very important day to me. April 4th is an extremely important day to me. April 4th is a day that Martin Luther King was assassinated. His assassination was what made him the martyr. He was out there doing the work when he was alive, but what made him a full-time martyr to this day and forever was the assassination. If he died because of a heart attack, it would not have been the same as the assassination. But being assassinated made him a martyr. And April 4th is my personal anniversary day for him. And that's the day I nominate to be Unity Day. That's the day that we must be out in our communities. I don't even think we should be at work. Everybody should just take that day off and get involved and make something happen. And if it was up to me, and if I was leading the pack of people, and if I have people following, and people really in love with words and in love with the movement and the actions, we would not be working for no one that day. We would be building 100% on this political base. That would be the one day that we raise. That would be one of our days that we raise about $5 billion. If it was up to me, if I had the right power, if I had the right following, if I had the right subscribers, if I had the right people following me, if I was like an academics and had over 500,000 subscribers. This is why I call a person a coon, because if I had 500,000 subscribers, there would be a plethora of movements shooting all over the place. I would be in city to city organizing so much stuff, folks. Shout out to Slim, Slew. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you when you tap in. I appreciate all those people when they tap in and let just let it be known, yo, what's up, man? Thank you for your support. Thank you for your mental support. What economics you guys can give, but right now is the real time and the real deal. Let me stop sharing this for 2 seconds. I'm gonna go back to the video, but you guys know I can hold a conversation without even really even being entertained by this shit. So let me stop sharing this for 2 seconds. Same on his wedding day. You know, same a beast on this. We don't play. How many people remember that dude down there? Infamous picture. That's Fred Hammond. Like I said, this is what it is, folks. This must be the movement. You must get involved. You must stop the bull crap. This is why I be barking at people so much, because I'm like, yo, there's so much more to me that you guys are not allowing to be, because you want to fuck. We want to talk about fuckery. This is the movement. Calling all real men. It's time for you to protect your families and communities, okay? The Legion Force needs you. Join to help save your women and children from drugs, gunshots, burglars, rapists, and corrupted cops, okay? We have too many and we trying to end unnecessary deaths. Okay, we have too many unnecessary deaths because we have too much hate. That's why the neighborhood party is very important. Okay, and the that's the one I was looking for. My excessive force task force. Oh, here we go. I have it all on deck. The excessive force task force, EFTF. Like I say, folks, this is not nothing that I'm making up that's new. Everything I say is what it is because written in stone. It's just that the demons don't want me to make this happen because the demons want me to be going crazy because I gotta fight this person for some money and I gotta do this and do that. So it's taking me away from my real duties. My real duties, okay? These are real duties. We the people at SS Force Task Force believe it is our duty to perform in our community, not just as business people or religious clergy, but as a congregation of real men and women whose sole purpose is to maintain our environment. We understand that to have a successful future, control and pre- you must control your present. Not just okay, yes, to understand that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, I'm in my words. We understand that to have a successful future, you must control your present, the right now. You got a plan for right now to make sure your future is good. Okay, folks. I'm tired of us always putting things off because we thinking that someone else is supposed to control our future. Not to do this, we're committing a crime. See, like I said, these are my words. And when I read my own words, I'll be like, damn. Not to do this, we're committing a crime amongst our youth and nation. To stand as real men and women we will result in less violence and less police control. To stand as real men and women will result in less violence and police control. Today, when I finished my live, I went out I just took a little walk and stuff, and I was sitting in the park and I was looking at the kids, shooting the basketball all over the place, looking crazy. And I took my time out and I went over there and I said, "Yo, let me show you just quickly how to shoot the ball properly." And for about an hour and a half, these boys was not doing what they wanted to do on their court. They wasn't shooting the ball. They wasn't running around. They just did the drills, all the way to the workout drills. And it was so weird because they wasn't even leaving. Our young boys need men in their lives. Our young boys want men to take time out to talk to. Our young boys want this. Our young boys is honestly appreciative of when you as a man take time out your life to engage with them, especially when you engage with them with authority. Don't go in their life, is weak. You got to show them that you're going to take control. Give me the ball. I'm gonna show you something. Now all that drubbing stuff is, but they got to also know that you're giving it with love. They got to know that you're coming from a point of love, and that's what happens with me. My energy always shows that. And then when people take it wrongly, that's how I know that you possess because people who know me, know my heart, they know that now he's coming from a good place. Okay, they know he's coming from a good place. First, we'll establish a community board from the lower level people. See, look how I talk. Okay, folks, this is me talking. That's why I try to tell you. Now, I forget about things I write. I forget about things I talk about. I forget about everything because that's just what it is. Because this comes to me so naturally. Okay, folks, this comes to me so naturally. Okay, like a singer, rapper, writer, this comes to me naturally. I got a Bible of words, folks, of projects. I got a Bible of shit. This comes so natural, but it's always what it is, folks. And what it is first we will establish a community. First, we establish a community board from the lower level people, okay? The lower level people, not elites, not high ups, not scholars, not degree folks. We're going to focus on the community board from the lower level people, not just the working class, but those who in present day feel they are being left in the dark. Giving power to the less fortunate will uplift their spirits, and they too will now have stake in this nation. You have to make people feel as they are part of something. That's why I look at this nigga every time he talk about his degrees. I'm like, we don't give a fuck about that, my dude. We really don't. And the more you put that on the plate, the more and more people going to chop it up because most people don't have 2 degrees. So most people going to hate on those people who boasting about what they have. This movement has to take place, and I'm gonna tell you, honest God truth, the movement for the world itself up, and to the bottom up, rise up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been placed at the bottom for a reason because I must lead the bottom up. Not just me. There's some other leaders on the bottom level. I'm the quarterback. I'm the quarterback. Okay, folks. I, I, you have to accept it. I have to accept it. The more I run from it, the more we punished. There's no more running from it. You have to have a mighty strong voice. A mighty strong voice. Let's go to these words real quick with this clown. But first, let me switch over to this other one because there's 2 videos I have lined up. There's another video that I want to talk about real quick before I forget these thoughts too. Because he's talking some dumb shit. I think I went over this before, but I want to go to this video as well. This video right here is a funny video because let me explain this video. I'm from New York City, and I've done said several times that the mayor is my neighbor. Was my neighbor. I grew up on his block in Queens. He moved to Brooklyn, and he's been living his life in Brooklyn. But his base, home base, his family is Queens. He's a Queens dude. His mom's still on my block. Well, I'm no longer on the block, but that's my block for life. And I boast about that several times, and I got to really get out there because I really got to be part of this man's. I was really supposed to be part of his campaign. I was out here in Philly. I really was really supposed to be part of his campaign, like really. And he was going to be helping me, like all the functions that they had during the summertime. My icy cart was supposed to be at every single function, but with the whole COVID shit that was going on, it kind of like messed up everything. But I was supposed to be at every little function that he did. That was the game plan. He was trying to help me in my business. So they was like, yo, whatever we do, whenever we have an outside function, you always be there so you can make your money. So when I have this guy right here and he's talking about this man, he's like, this is a statement. I actually take this personally because I take it as if he's like slapping me in the face, like, what?
Do you have an excuse for this? Queens Africans, do you have an excuse for this? Queens Africans, do you have an excuse for this? Queens Africans, do you have an excuse for this? My systems, a damn pro-police Negro. How did Eric Adams, a pro-police Negro, become mayor of the largest black city in the United States? New York City Africans, what are we doing up in Garvey land? What are we doing up in Abdul Muhammad land? What are we doing up in Marcus, New York City? How did y'all vote for Eric Adams? But let me get focused, because we ain't voting for no bootleggers in the Bishop Turner National Independent Black Political Movement.
Okay, so this is the video I really want to talk about. Let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this right here. So he said, my Queens Africans, how did you let this man get up in office? So he's been in office already for he's been inaugurated in January. He's been in office February, March. He's talking about it. He's been in office. Like I say, this man watches videos as well, so he's watching and he's also seeing that Eric put out there on the streets See, let me tell you something. First thing first. This is why saying you can't really have coons, and you can't have people who's really not in tune to shit, really trying to dictate the flow. And no matter how smart a person is, if you're really not in tune to the real hustle, you can't really talk. Let me tell you a little bit about Brooklyn, because Eric Adams was the city councilman for Brooklyn. He became the borough president for Brooklyn. I believe he even became the DA, if I'm not mistaken, of Brooklyn. He smashed Brooklyn. I mean, when I say he smashed Brooklyn, every time he ran for office, and mind you, we all from New York know Eric Adams as being an ex-cop. We know his involvement with Popo, but and we know that when he formed the 100 Blacks men in law enforcement, and then they had their little beef and they separated, and it was like confrontation. Kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Like I say, 100 Blacks in law enforcement. That was years ago, over 25 years ago. And in 25 years, this man has actually. Eric is the best candidate out there for a lot of shit. To be honest, Eric, to be honest, is a candidate that I would want to keep pushing forward to bigger, higher levels. And before he was the police, he was part of the community. He was in the hood. Him and his brothers and all the niggas in the hood. Eric is that dude from the neighborhood. Eric is also that dude from the inside. And on the inside, they know that Eric is that dude from the outside. Eric is really that spook behind the door. And while you're behind that door, you cannot just sit there and just blatantly do things right in their face, and they know that you the spook behind the door. Okay? So you gotta give everyone something. You must give everyone something as this mayor. And there's no cooning in what he's doing. So when they was out there marching and tearing Brooklyn in half, because we protest, okay? There was no just running around and loot and shit like niggas was doing out here in Philly. That was a fake protest. Y'all just took the opportunity to go loot. We shut streets the fuck down, folks. We shut shit the fuck down meaningfully. Like when I was out there protesting with Sean Bell and them, we was out there 50 days straight. 50 days straight vigil. We was out there in front of the police department every fucking day in front of that fucking police department. 50 days straight. When we was out there protesting, Brooklyn stand up. Brooklyn had it on smash. Brooklyn Borough President was Eric Adams. Eric Adams walked across that bridge with the protests as well. Why? Because Eric put it out there to the police. Don't fuck with these people. No, really, that's what he did. In Brooklyn, like I say, every day in front of the Barclays Center, they was there infamously. That's why when DMX, was killed, that's why everybody just mounted up at the Barclays Center, because the Barclays Center has become a monument of where we meet. That's just become a monumental post-up station where we fucking meet up at. Meet up at the Barclays. We pulling up. You ain't doing that shit at Madison Square Garden. You ain't doing that to fucking the whatever center that we got all over the fucking place, the Prudential Center and this center and LA Center. No, at the Barclay, pull up. And you know whose borough that is? That's Eric Adams' borough. And he said like this to the police, stand down. So now the police like, okay, Eric, now you're in office. We cannot have all this lawlessness. What you gonna do for us? He's like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for you guys. I'm gonna put more officers out in the street. We're gonna go back to the plainclothes unit, but this is how it's going down. So do not think that he's just gonna throw out that plainclothes unit is gonna be like when Giuliani was in office and niggas is gonna be running up on everybody and everybody's getting thrown back in jail. No, it's not gonna be like that right now. Because they have a certain level of respect for Eric. I'm talking about the boys in blue. They have a respect for Eric. And Eric King had to come in and maintain and get the respect that De Blasio didn't have. See, De Blasio got, you guys gotta understand, was a white man with a black wife. And so they was looking at him like, oh, you nigga lover, oh, you nigga lover, oh, you nigga lover. So that's what De Blasio got. But now Eric is up in there, and so he comes in on that type of shit. I dare you. He comes in on that type of shit, but yet and still, he must. This is gonna sound crazy, but he must give those pigs something. Because trust me, he will be the one to defund this and take away that in 8 years. He's not looking for 4 years. He's looking for 8 strong years. And having he's a black man that can be set up and he can get got. So he cannot just play this block on some dumb nigga man shit. Now, when I say nigga man, I ain't saying nigga in a bad way. I'm saying some nigga man shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga man. He can't come out there with some nigga man superhero shit. I'm gonna save the niggas. He gotta know how to play this game because that's why he hired his brother, because he needs someone to watch his back, because he knows that he's about to really stump a hole in New York City. And to be honest, I'm not for the police, but I'm gonna support him strongly these first 2 years. I'm not even gonna say the whole term. Because I have a problem. I have something against the police, period. But I'm not just coming out against the police right now and all police. I have my first arrest was in the police department. My first stitches was from cops. Okay, so my first piece of stitches in my life was from cops. So I have issues against these motherfuckers. But and Eric was an ex-cop. But I have respect. I'm gonna have respect for him for his first 2 years in on his game plan of how he's gonna get the respect from all angles, and not just think that he's mayor of Black America. He's not mayor of Black America. He's mayor of New York City. And for him, for the mayor of black mayor of New York City to have New York City respect black man as a whole, he has to play. He's going to play this game of chess in a way that I believe I'm going to have respect for him at the end. And if I lose respect somewhere on the line, I want to be able to be in this man's face to let him know that I'm not liking his moves. See, that's the beauty of what I know I can do. I actually can be in his face and let him know, yo, that right there is not good, bro. And he's gonna say, what you mean by that? I'm like, that's not good, Eric. And that's the beauty of having the person that came in office. And I need people to understand that we're going to have our own our candidates that we raise from the ground up. I would actually like to see him be successful with New York in his first 4 years, and then I would like to see him just move to a higher level. Like I say, folks, I'm hoping that he can do right. I hope that he can not have scandal around him. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, his nose is clean. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, everything goes right. And I hope that he's not a coon at the end. I hope he's not a coon at the end. I don't think he is. and his son itself, I think his son is grounded too. So I think that we about to see some changes. And folks, if Eric do real good in New York in his first 4 years, if he can make a change in New York, then let him be a candidate. Okay, because now Black America, we need a candidate to run. We need a candidate to run. So I'm not going to allow Umar to start talking some dumb shit early in the game because he's not understanding the chess moves that has to be played. My boy said it too. He said, "Oh man, fuck Eric, yo." And he was like, "Yo, you see what he's doing? He's gonna put all the. Let me stop talking. He said he's gonna put in all the beat cops. They're gonna put them shit back on. He's gonna put the plain clothes back. Well, I'm like, technically, how much drugs you sell, dog? I mean, technically, think about it. Why are you really mad about that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he about to put. He's a sellout. He's the mayor. What he's supposed to do? He's supposed to just let these little niggas be more out of control. Oh, we got a black mayor. We ain't gotta respect the law now. No, he gotta let them know I'm the law, but you're gonna respect me and the law. You're gonna have more respect for me in my time of being here. The more we have respect for him and running and operating the city, the more power we will be able to get. The more we disrespect, the more power we take from him. And then white people say, see, they don't even listen to this motherfucker. And so then what they're going to do, they're going to say never again. And they're going to move in and start infiltrating and with disrespect. But as long as we can have level of respect and they see that this mayor is getting respect from the city and getting respect from the men in the city, that's called power. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We can't be running around following demons and demonic mindsets who's really not going to be leading us in the right way. So for this comment right here, folks,
make sure you find out registration deadline and registration.
For that right, I've got to go back. Let me go back. So for, like I say, for that comment that Umar made, is like, you know what I'm saying, that comment is only good if he was right. And he's not right, not yet. Not yet. He's not right, not yet. I'm going to give Eric, like I say, 2 years for me to make a judgment, judging statement on him. This first year, like I said, I'm really looking at it, but I was out there. I was part of marches. I was part of protesting. I was out there. And I know that in Brooklyn, Eric walked with us across that bridge and made it safe for us. He made his speech. He made it safe for us. He showed his loyalty to the protesters. And that was before he became mayor. He became mayor. And now he has to show that he's not just going to allow people just to run over the police. He's going to give them some respect. But yet and still, they already know where he stands, folks. He already showed where he stands. This man did a party in the park. He had Big Daddy Kane come out. He had about, like, I ain't even gonna front, it was about like 20,000 people in this park. If I'm exaggerating, it was about 15,000 people in the park. Eric is a candidate if he can get right men and to do things, and right men in position, and right men that he can allocate funds to. Eric is actually a person that really can make a change in New York for the better. And that's why I'm trying to tell people we can't just be speaking from a nigger mindset. We gotta be able to speak from a political mindset and a strategic a strategical mindset. Umar don't do that.
Run for U.S. rep in your state. It is different for every state. All elections is November.
Even as he's talking this should make me this is the video that made me want to come and do a live tonight because I wasn't gonna do no live, but when I saw this shit, I was like, yo, this nigga sounds crazy. Because all this, you run for all this talk about running for office and run for this and all this stuff, it sounds to me. All right, no, okay. Look to me. I'm gonna do a Leonard honor. I'm gonna do a Leonard honor. It sounds like he's about to start scamming. It sounds like he's about to start scamming folks because when I spoke to him, so Lee, how you do? I spoke to Umar years ago. Now I was speaking to him about this neighborhood party movement in the hood politics, and I was telling him that take that money, let's open up offices, and those can be our campaign offices, but we can also open them up as little offices that we can hold meetings and we can overall things. It's all about making these offices our campaign office so we can run this political structure. He was like, no, he's not with that. He's not going to focus on no politics. He's not with that. I wish I could see his words exactly 100%. But what's happening right now? What's happening right now? Like everybody's been saying that you're not going to be able to build no school without, some help and aid. You can't build the school off of donations alone. And he's starting to believe that he can't build the school and donations alone. And so that got him going, talking about this right here. Where is this talk coming from?
The 8th. All elections, all 435 House of Representatives seats will be voted on November the 8th, brothers and sisters. But find out what is the deadline and what is the procedure for your state. Find out what you got to do to raise money. You have to do finance paperwork. Do your research, because when we meet on April the 1st, you have to tell me. I'm going to ask every last one of you, what is your deadline to file to run, to be put on the ballot as an independent candidate on Tuesday, November the 8th? And then I'm going to ask you, what is the procedure? What forms do you need to fill out to make sure you can be listed and that you can raise money? We don't want to break the rules. This is going to be a legal coup d'etat, a legal nonviolent coup d'etat. If you're 25 years old or over and you are willing to challenge the incumbent for the U.S., I'm asking you to be part of history. We are about to make history.
My stomach hurts. He said, we about to make history. And he's making history outside the school right now in 2022. What is he talking about? He's talking about, I'm going to go to the top for you, okay? So you can know what exactly he's talking about. He's talking about something that he said he would not get involved with because he don't get involved with the white political structure. But right now, he's talking about something I talked to him about 5 years ago, and that's when I was telling him that he should run for office, for president at the time. I told him in 2016, I said, "Yo, just get on the ballot. Every dollar raised is 6 to 1. Get the campaign finances. Run that campaign. Run your campaign strong. And win or lose, you will have a following that's much stronger than what you have. That's what I told him to build a strategy off of that. And he was like, nah, he don't fuck with the white political structure. And so now he's talking about, let's go to it. What is he talking about? He's cooning right now because he sounds crazy to me. It's so sad how crazy he sounds to me. This is what he's talking about, though.
Queens Africans, do you have an excuse for this? My stems, a damn pro-police Negro. How did Eric Adams, a pro-police Negro, become mayor of the largest black city in the United States? New York City Africans, what are we doing up in Garvey land? What are we doing up in Khalid Abdul Muhammad land? What are we doing up in Marcus, New York City? How did y'all vote for Eric Adams? But let me get focused, because we ain't voting for no bootleggers in the Bishop Turner National Independent Black Political Movement. Make sure you find out registration deadline and registration procedure to run for U.S. Rep in your state. It is different for every state. All elections is November the 8th. All elections, all 435.
Right now, folks, if you are trying to get on this ballot, you will have to get your petition. You have to go register. You have to get your petitions going, and that's just to get on the ballot. You have to, I believe it's now. You know what I'm saying? Because you have up until like April, the end of April. So it's not really like a long period of time that you have to really get up the numbers that you gotta get. And for U.S. Senate, U.S. Rep, it's about like 1,500 signatures. They gotta get about 1,500 to 2,000 signatures to get on the ballot. So right now, if anybody want to run for office, you gotta get signatures. You gotta get that green piece of paper. And you gotta be out there you gotta have everything right. You have to have people who live in that district, and they have to do the signatures. So right now, it's all about getting signatures. It's not even about getting no campaign funds. But get on the ballot before you can get campaign funds. Fucking asshole. So once again, for anybody who would like to be part of, like I said, the neighborhood campaign, neighborhood politics, hood politics, we're looking to raise candidates. I need people who's smart, who's not just smart, but is willing to learn. That's a smart person. A person who's willing to learn. That's the real smart people. And a person who's 1,000% for the people, not for the political structure, for the people to profit from the political structure, to not profit, to prosper from the political structure. That's the people that we're looking for. We're not looking for some suit and tie coon ass people that think that they've been book smart and they know this political structure that they want to be part of it. I want them to be part of a structure that's going to take this political structure that we have and revamp it to the days that we live in now. That's what we're looking for. And the only way you can get on that right now is you have to start getting your signatures. You have to get out to your finance board. You got to get down to the name of the finance board department, and you got to get out there. You got to get your papers, and you got to get signatures to like April. At the end of April. It's not like a real long time right now. You know what I'm saying? If you supposed to already been on top of the shit. Okay, getting those signatures is one of the hardest parts. Okay, you gotta get people because you can't get all those signatures yourself. You gotta have people out there getting signatures. That's the hardest part. I actually about city every time I want to make it be bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm always visited by other beings to try and infiltrate and stop me from doing the things I want to do and need to do. So that's why I say right now I need a legion of free people to defeat this legion that's after me. You know what I'm saying? I need people to be able to be around me as a barricade to keep me protected. Because like I say, folks, why waste people like myself? Why do we waste good men? Why do we waste men that want to be part of the community? Why we waste that talent? Why we waste that energy? Why would y'all want to waste my energy to see me fail in life and become nothing and be a dusty bum and so y'all can laugh about it and joke about it, as opposed to make sure that this guy can be what he said he's gonna be and so we can have more flowers growing out the earth as opposed to weeds. But we don't get these things. You know what I'm saying? We don't get it. So what is this dude talking about right now? He's talking about
House of Representatives seats will be voted on November the 8th, brothers and sisters. But find out what is the deadline and what is the procedure for your state. Find out what you got to do to raise money. You have to do that. I don't want nobody going to jail. Fill out the campaign finance paperwork. Do your research, because when we meet on April the 1st, you have to tell me. I'm going to ask every last one of you, what is your deadline to file to run?
now. See, this is going back to even more things I'm talking about. Haven't we been at the school? Haven't I been at the school? Okay, this is real talk, folks. What he's talking about right now. If I wasn't, if I was still part of that school, and he had his right mind, right mind in his head, and he listened the right way, we would have had this situated last year. This is all the work that we supposed to be doing last year. We can't be thinking about organizing April 1st and like matter of fact, let me check and see. Okay, I'm gonna pull up. What city should I check? Should I check Philly? I'm from New York, so I'm gonna do my New York City. U.S. 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 Congress, is it Congress right now? Election. House of, okay, so we're gonna check that. When is this? Is okay? It's this year. Okay, so now we're gonna check. When do you have to have your when do you have to have your signatures in? When the petition, shall I say petition? Yeah, U.S. Petition. When deadline? Petition deadline. Okay. See, we black folks always be fucking behind on everything because we don't take shit serious. Signature requirements and deadlines for 22 state government elections. Candidates for elective office must often file petition signatures or paying filing fees in order to have their names printed on the ballot. Okay, that's the number one thing. What's the deadline? These requirements and deadlines, which are referred to collectively as ballot access rules, vary between office from state to state. Okay, yeah. This article outlines, oh, hey, pop ups. This article outlines filing deadlines and petition requirements for state level candidates in 2022 election cycle. Okay, so primary dates. Primary dates, deadlines, seat, different states. Okay, all the different states I'm about to read. Okay, primary date of Alabama. Their primary date is the starts May 24th. Okay, the runoff date is 6/21, which is the primaries. You know what I'm saying? That's the primaries. It's always in June. The primaries always in June, folks. So if we talk about getting organized in April for June, that's not going to work. Filing deadline for primary candidates, January 28th to February 11th. Is over with. Let me go to another state. Alaska. The filing deadline is June. Okay, because their election is in August. That's a different state. Okay, the filing deadline for the next state, Arizona, April 4th. Filing deadline for Arkansas, March 1st. Filing deadline for California, March 11th. Filing for Colorado. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Umar Johnson, if you wasn't running around like an ostrich with your head and stuck in the ground, you would really already been on point with the stuff because you would had your troops that had their heads up high already focused on this shit. You talk about stuff that I spoke to you about in 2016, and I said this should be your focus, along with the school, but this would be your focus that really would galvanize a lot more people. And now you're trying to do it in 2022, and you're late, nigga. Let me go to Delaware. Let me check Delaware. 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 Ooh, Delaware got a chance. Their deadline date. Their filing deadline date is July 12th. Okay, that's a different one. Their filing is deadline date is July 12th. Filing deadline for primary candidates. So I might be reading that wrong. Is that for the petition? You know what I'm saying? Is that for the petition or is that just for something different? But no matter what, I see deadline. Connecticut, June. I'm gonna read the different states that their deadlines is late deadlines. We have Hawaii, June. We have Kansas, June 1st. We have Louisiana, July. We have Massachusetts, May 31st. Minnesota, May 31st. New Hampshire, June. And everyone else, like I say, is out of already took place or the latest, like I'm looking at Tennessee, April 7th. But like I say, folks, I really got to check and see if that's for the petitions because I want to know what's the deadline for the petitions to be in. Because these say primary dates, primary runoff dates, filing deadline for primary candidates. You know what I'm saying? Is the filing deadline, is that the petition to get you on the ballot? You know what I'm saying? So you're late, homie. You're late. That's the reason why, folks. I'm trying to tell you why I wanted to be out there in the school because I knew that people wasn't going to be focused on everything, and you need teamwork. You need team plays. You need people who's on the side, who's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. We got this. We got that. We got this, and laying everything out so we could see what we're missing. This is something that was supposed to have been already tackled all throughout the whole COVID time. Throughout 2 years of COVID, we were supposed to be focused on this because this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, you foolish people. No matter what, your birthday gonna come around. No matter what, these holidays gonna come around. Whether you celebrate them or not, they're gonna come around. No matter what. No matter what, there's gonna be another person gonna get killed by police. No matter what, it's just going to happen. There's going to be death anniversaries, there's going to be birthdays, and then no matter what, there's going to be an election. There's always going to be an election. And now you can do your election by ballot, send your ballots in by mail. There will always be an election. And so for us to be the stupidest race of people to say, I don't believe in politics, I don't do this, I don't do that, we are the ones who's hurting ourselves. And so that's why I'm saying to you, it's very important to pay attention to The people at the low levels on the ground who see what you don't see and know what you don't know because they are already, their heads not in the clouds. They are focused. We need our own party. We need our own party. We need our own political party, not the Democratic Party. We don't need yo. Look, we do not need the Democratic Party no more. That party is canceled. If the black people could put out there, we canceled the Democratic Party. See, this is the way that we win. This is the way we, with this whole cancel culture, we have to cancel the Democratic Party. We have to get behind the voice to let it be known that we are canceling, we the blacks cancel the Democratic Party representing us. That itself will make news across the world. I denounce the Democrats. I denounce the Democrats. I denounce the Democrats. I denounce the Democratic Party. And we just start our own political party. It's just that simple. And to start your own political party, do you know how many votes you have to get? About like 50,000. It's not a lot to start your own political party. It's not a lot. Let's Google. Let's see how many people you need to start a political party. I'm sorry, I didn't see this. What this say? What are you going to be doing? What you mean by that? I'm sorry, I didn't even catch that. What are you going to be doing? What you mean by that? What was I saying? What was I saying? Okay, I was talking about political. How many signatures do you need to start a political party? Okay, let's check that. How many signatures do you need to start a new political party? Registering as a political party, Federal Election Commission. Forming a new national or state political party organization. New party organizations must register with the FEC when they raise or spend money. Okay, yeah. How do you form a political party? Let's check that out. A party seeking registration under the said section with the commissions has to submit an application to the commission within a period of 30 days following the date of its formation as per guidelines prescribed by the commission and exercise of powers conferred by Article 324 of the Constitution, whatever. How the fuck do you start the shit? Or they're dumb to it. What must a political organization achieve to become a remain an official political party in New York? Let's check that out. Beginning with the 2022 presidential election, in order to qualify to be an official party in New York State, a political organization must have had a candidate on the ballot in the last presidential election who garnered at least 130,000 votes or 2% of the total votes cast, whichever is greater. And it must have had, okay, we still not seeing how many political parties was qualified. What is the third party function? Like I said, folks, we need just an army of people. We need an army of people who's diligent on this internet shit, who's really digging in and finding all the things. We need all the people who already have the book smart. We need people who went into school for political science. That's what we really need. We really need to send young people into school to go into school straight up for political science to get every level of terminology that we need, all just get every single piece of literature that we need to study. And we just need to have online political study groups with the people. And we need a farm system of political science youth. We need a farm system. We need a farm system of young individuals and old individuals, or shall I say older individuals, who's willing to just dedicate their time, and we need to be able to fund that shit. We need to be able to, that is their job, just to study, 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 because we building up a political party, a political base, a political organization structure 1000%, from people who's all part of the campaign the finance team. That's all they do. They focus on raising funds. That's it. We got 5,000 people strong that just help raising funds. That's their job. Then we need just those who study in every city, every state, all their laws. We just need a team. We need to build this shit. And for us to be talking about this in 2022 and why we don't have it. We don't have it because we have video games. We don't have it because we have too many niggas smoking, drinking, and fucking and playing video games. And then we have too many women who have babies, who have baby daddy drama, and they are buying video games. And that's the reason why we don't have no political structure. That's the reason why we look at a person like myself, and I'm saying, yo, if we really focus on the politics of the last 3 elections after Barack Obama, the last what, 2 elections or 3? Was it 3? This would be 3, I think. Well, no matter what, after the last presidency of Barack Obama, the political movement is supposed to have been a wave. It's supposed to have been a fad. It's supposed to have been something that was a style. Politics was supposed to become a style. We supposed to have been making politics so fashionable, and I thought that was it. I thought we was on to something. I thought we was there. This is what, I mean, I was like this before Barack Obama, but then I just was going crazy because I was like, yo, this is it. We're going to do this shit. But it's like I believe if I'm not doing it, it's not going to get done. If I'm not doing it, it's not going to get done. Let me show you this. I just saw this earlier today. Oops. I saw this earlier, so I said I want to show you guys. Aw. Let me take this off the screen. Okay. This is Jamaica, Queens. This is Parsons and Archer. That was one of the murals I was painting. I was in the middle of painting it. That's when I was painting it at the beginning. And Sean Bell was killed. And this is what I was doing. This is me taking time out and me organizing protests. This is me organizing protests. Okay, folks? This is what happens when I'm in the street. Everyone's in order. Okay? This is real deal, folks. This is what I do when I'm in the streets. This is what I do with my money. This is what I do with my time. And people respect it. This dude right here, you can't see it, but he's right underneath 17, the white guy. He was the one who really completely surprised and shocked me, but I felt in my heart that he wanted to be part of it. I felt it. I seen him. He came to the bus stop. I just saw him. He looked at me. He said, "Can I get one?" I said, "Yeah." He grabbed it. He stood in line. He let a couple of buses go by. And he said, "Yo, bro," and mind you, it was cold out there today. It was cold. This was in February. It was cold out here. It was real cold out here that day. And he held it. He let a couple of buses go by. He said, "Yo, bro, I gotta go. I gotta catch this next bus." I said, "Respect. Thank you so much, man." He said, "It was a pleasure." That was a white man underneath 17. White man stood in the line with us. Strong, folks. This is what I do when I'm in the streets. Get behind me. You guys don't know what type of soldier you got. Get behind me. I'm not afraid to talk to these people. I'm not afraid to get the people in proper perspective. You see that straight mind? That you see the organization? It takes kings to do shit like this. Peasants don't do shit like this. Black Man Rise, Original Rebel. Like I say, this is when my man Sean Bell was killed. This is what we do. This is how we organize the people. This is how you organize the people. So once again, folks, we talk about the neighborhood party. We need our own political party. We need our own political party. If somebody can actually do this while I'm actually on the live, I'm talking on live, so it's kind of hard to do all the above. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep you entertained. I'm trying to remain focused on what I'm talking about, but I'm also still trying to find out what it takes to get a political party organized. What's the steps for organizing a political party? Qualifying as a political party and committee. Let's check that out. Because this is very important. I'm trying to elevate your minds, folks. We as a black nation, if we focus on this next election, if we focus on this next election, we as a black nation, remember Ice Cube came and see Ice Cube is somebody I wish the goodness I can be talking to because Ice Cube would say, right now, nigga, you right. I'm with you 1000%. That's what we need. Ice Cube touched it. He feeling it. He's looking at his paperwork. He's like, yo, why no one's talking about my paperwork? Ice Cube is definitely 100% on board with this. He just have to know that this is happening. But we right now, if we focus on building a party, a political party, we can raise. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. See, you guys got no numbers, and you can't be afraid of numbers. How many black people is in America? If there, let's say there's 25 million, 30 million black people in America, if it's 25 million black people to 30 million black people in America, we can raise about 250 million to minimum. That's the minimum that we 250 minimum. 250 million is garbage. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm sorry I even said that shit. I apologize. I didn't say that. If we got 25 million people in this country, we should be able to raise minimum 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion. Now, I hope you really understand. At the Super Bowl, you had Dr. Dre stand up on the stage. You have 50 Cent. You had Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Snoop Dogg. Economically, how much money was that just on that stage? Dr. Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent. That was about $1.5 billion up there on that stage. And once you add Mary and Eminem and not Eminem because Eminem's white, but if you add Mary and you add the other rapper Kendrick Lamar and you put their wealth, there's $2 billion up there. Now you add Eminem because Eminem is hip hop. It was well over $2 billion on that stage. So for me to say that if we have 25 million black folks and we was to build an economic base focusing on political structure and building our own political campaign and building our own political party, and we have never took the time out to build a political party. First, we denounced the Democratic Party. That's going to wake everybody up. They were, oh, shit, hell yeah with that. Word, word, word. And then you're going to have people who's 17 who can't wait to vote. But there's no way in life that we don't raise at least $5 to $10 billion with this campaign. And then once we can get this black, the neighbor, I call the hood politics, the neighborhood party. Once we can get the right candidate, there's no way in life that we don't raise $5 to $10 billion in our candidacy. Our candidacy will be the hottest ticket on the planet. You guys got to listen and hear what I just said, man. We got to not focus on the hardships of life. Let us not listen to me. I was homeless last year. If I was homeless and I could stand right here on this laptop with a clean cut and say to you folks that drop everything in life right now. Don't focus on none of the bullshit right now except for building our own political party. Okay, I can't stress this to us no more. If we focus 100% on building our own, whether you or not, if we build our own political party, we can dance our own dance at the election. We can be dancing to our own music. If we just get with this party, focus, focus, focus. Don't look at it as politics, look at it as the party. We about to party. We about to have the illest jam ever in all 50 states. That's what we want to focus on. How we about to party in every freaking city, every town. We gonna cover with this party. We coming to your town. Who we coming? We going to where Master P from? You know what I'm saying? We going out there. We gonna have Master P perform. Where 50 from? We gonna have 50 perform. Where T.I. from? We gonna have T.I. perform. Where Ludacris at? We gonna utilize every element that we have. We're gonna have basketball 101s. We're gonna have Michael Jordan go 1-on-1 against Magic for a fundraiser. Okay, folks, get your minds right. Who's Icy Dawn? Icy Dawn is really hood president, folks. I don't spit things just to spit things. I spit fire, folks. Michael Jordan against Magic Johnson as a fundraiser. And on this card, you have LeBron James against such and such. 2-on-2. I'm talking about you go hard. Ice Cube can run this. Ice Cube can run this. That could be Ice Cube lane. Ice Cube can run that fundraiser. Galvanizing all the different games that go on with that. City to city, state to state. That'll be Ice Cube's fundraiser for the political party. Jay-Z, you can operate all the halftime shows, and you can organize all the concerts. You doing it for the NFL, do it for our party. If you don't do it, then we have Nas do it. How about that? Snoop just took over Death Row. Fuck it, Snoop. You do it. Or we have a team of people. Y'all all focus on y'all make this fundraiser happen. Yeah, in Ice Cube, you a rapper in basketball league. Ice Cube, your role is to bring in a quarter. Everybody's role is to bring in no less than a $250 million with these fundraisers. So we got the basketball, we got the sports, we got the music, we got those concerts. These are fundraisers to build a campaign. The funniest thing that we're gonna have so many other races coming to our fundraisers. Like I say, this will be the biggest political campaign, the political movement that we have seen in the world. But you guys got to get off this goofy shit. You guys got to wake up. Let's talk real money. If you ain't talking real money, you ain't talking shit. If y'all still running around being cash app horse, and I'm talking about making billions and billions and billions of dollars, like I said, we got too much talent. We got too much people that got too many skills on this computer and graphics and all sorts of things. We need all hands on deck for our political party. This is grown men talking right now. This is adulthood talk. This ain't the childhood shit. Sorry, folks, but this ain't no Pokemon. Sorry. It's time for us to drop all things right now and focus on politics. We must focus on politics, folks. If if before I die, before I have a face of grays, a head full of grays, no hair, everything completely bald, if we do not, as black people, focus in our energy on politics, we failed ourselves. We committed a crime against ourselves because black lives did not matter if we not focus on this political party. And that's what I told that stupid ass nigga Umar. And he said, as long as we are in the white political structure, we never gonna do anything. As long as we allow the white political structure to rule over us, we ain't doing shit. I hope that y'all got something from this. I hope y'all understand that it's way bigger than waiting for the last second. Like I say, this stupid ass dude, he don't know what to do because he's running around trying to do all the wrong things. If he sit back and focus on what he had or what he had, he would already had this movement going. Like I told you, folks, this was something I already told him about. He already has this literature. This is old shit that he wasted 2-3 years in making moves on. And now he's trying to talk this talk late in the game right now. And we are already, like I said, late in the game. Is April. And whoever is, if you don't have your signatures already, if your name is not on the ballot already, coming to talk to this man April 4th, what is he going to be able to do for you? Matter of fact, let's go back to that video. What does he talk about he's going to be able to do? And then I want to get to the video because he's going to say something very, very spooky. Very, very spooky. Very, very spooky. I got to get this whole video because it wasn't just for me just to talk. I wanted you guys to hear him say some very spooky shit.
To be put on the ballot as an independent candidate on Tuesday, November the 8th. And then I'm going to ask you, what is the proceed?
Wait. Tuesday, November 8th is the election day. There's no getting put on the ballot. Primaries is in June. Primaries is before summer really kicks in. Primaries like at the beginning of the summer. And then you have the regular election. You have primaries, then you have the regular standard election, which is in November. So what's he talking about getting the ballot in November? Damn him. Bugging the fuck out. He's in the wrong lane right now.
Procedure. What forms do you need to fill out to make sure you can be listed and that you can raise money? We don't want to break the rules. This is going to be a legal coup d'etat. A legal, non-violent coup d'etat. If you're 25 years old or over and you are willing to make history. We are about to make history. We are about to make history. I already told you, you got to be 25 and a citizen. Ex-cons, you are encouraged to run. That's right. We need some of them prison brothers and sisters in here. They're not scared of no damn body. Because you have to go into the most powerful white government in the world's headquarters and speak truth. You do it. Can you put the issues that are affecting black people on the table at the U.S. Congress? Do you have the guts? And if you have the guts, brothers and sisters, send me an email. BTNIBPA. PM, excuse me. BTNIBPM. Bishop Turner, National Independent Black Political Movement. 25 years and older. $175,000 annual salary. The chance to finally bring justice to Black America. Mixed race Africans, if you identify with the race, you can run. Mixed race Africans, if you identify with the race, you can run. But you got to have courage. You got to be committed. You got to have courage. You got to be committed. If you're going to get up there and be a Sambo, we're going to expose you. You accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are going to be if you're going to get up there and be a Sambo, we're going to expose you. You accountable to me. I'm not going to get in there and pull a Kamala Harris. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So that's my message. We're going to expose you. You got to be committed. You got to have courage. You got to be committed. If you're going to get up there and be a Sambo, we're going to expose you. You accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are going to be accountable to me and the Black community.
If he help you, so he's saying that he's going to be the force that helps you get elected, folks. The man who can't even get these doors open for his school is going to be the force that gets you in office, and you will be accountable to him. You will be accountable to him. If you get in office and he had his hands on it, he's going to say that you're accountable to him no matter what. Not to us, to him. Listen to his words again. To him.
I'm expose you. You accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are going to be accountable to me and the Black community. There will be no Sambos. We're going to expose you. You accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are going to be accountable to me and the Black community. There will be no Sambos. I'm telling you right. Courage.
I know a lot of.
You got to be committed. You got to have courage. You got to be committed.
Yo,
if you're going to get up there and be a Sambo, we're going to expose you.
Listen to him.
You accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are going to be accountable to me and the Black community. There will be no Sambos. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to get in there and pull a Tim and pull a Kamala Harris. You're not going to do it.
He said
you're not going
to be accountable to him.
So that's my message for the day.
Be accountable to us
on this new moon in Pisces.
To me
today at 12:34, the new moon in to me. I help
you know you'll remember when Tupac came and he was doing the video like, yo, and then they shot me. Like, I couldn't believe they shot me. Like, Pac, because you just a regular nigga, yo. Just because you spit fire and you spit against the government, you spit, people feel you, don't mean that you can't get a bullet too. But what makes these people feel as if they the voice of the Pac felt like he was supposed to be the voice, the revolutionary voice for the people. Like he just was nominated the revolutionary voice, the voice for Black America. I know one, two, I knew at least 3, maybe 4 Black principals, maybe 5. I knew them, like 5 Black principals. I knew. I've never seen any of these principals act this way. I knew principals of elementary school, high school, junior high school. I know these people. I sat in their office. We had meetings. They know me. One principal was going to give me an award for selling ice. He was going to give me an award. I've never seen not one of these principals talk to the leader for Black America. Dude, which one are you trying to be? You trying to be the principal or you trying to do something else? What is he trying to do? Is he trying to open up a school or is he trying to, what is he trying? What is his overall mission? Is it to open up the FDMG? Is it to be a writer? Is it to be a lecturer? Is it to be a movement model? What is it to be? Is it to be an activist? Is it to run for office as a this the devil in the devil speaks all the time. This is the devil talking. Here's the devil. This is when you know the demon's talking. Okay, want to hear the demon speak? Here's the demon talking.
Expose you.
Here's the demon talking.
Got to be committed. You got to have courage. You got to be committed. If you're going to get up there and be a Sambo, we're going to expose you.
We can expose you. Exposing. There was a DVD that came out years ago, about 15 years ago, and it was about exposing. I actually know the dude who came out with that DVD. It's actually my man. And I didn't even, I was my brother's a barber, and so one day I was at my brother's barber shop getting a haircut, and the dude came in. He's like buddies, my brother. Like, oh shit. Then he was like, "Oh, this your brother?" Oh, he let my brother know how I get down in the streets when I be out there protesting. He's like, "Oh, I got him on mad videos." So he's let me know that he'd been videotaping me while I was out in the streets, and he's like, "Oh, I got you on a lot of footage." So I'm on a lot of his videos back in the days as well. But it's like we always trying to expose something. Like we all became Barbara Walters and News 11 and shit like that. We exposing shit. And the thing is, as opposed to we're gonna instead of us making sure that we don't fall off the bridge or we don't fall off the cliff or we don't fall out of goose step, we talk about we're gonna expose. We're gonna be on top of you. We're gonna make sure that you are tight. We're gonna make sure that you don't fail us. Not waiting for you to do something coonish so that we can expose you. If we put somebody look, it's not about finding out later about this person. We put that candidate out there. So we suppose already know what we exposing because we put that candidate out there. Like I said, we need a farm system where we raising up our own candidates so we don't have to worry about exposing motherfuckers. Like I say, we got to stop with this demonic mindset. But because he's like this,
you accountable to me. I help you get elected. You are accountable to me.
You're going to be accountable to me. What about all the people, motherfucker? What about all the people that voted for him? The person, if the person wins, what about if they got about 10,000 votes? Why are they just accountable to you? Because you got them those 10,000 votes? It's not going to work that way, especially when you're trying to do something in April. You trying to have a sit down meeting with them in April, and they already supposed to be out there getting petitions and signatures right now. Right now, they supposed to be getting signatures. Right now.
There will be no Sambos. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get in there and pull a Tim Scott. You're not going to get in there and Barack Obama. You're not going to get in there and pull a Kamala Harris. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So my message for the day on the 34, the new moon in Pisces has come in. Pisces, the sign of Orisha Olokun,
Shut up.
representing the unconscious, the unknown, and all the ancestors who came over on the slave ships during the Ma'afa, brothers and sisters. The ancestral vibrations are real high right now. This Pluto return, this Tiger year, the ancestral vibrations are really high right now. If you want to be a part of history, and you're 25 years old or a U.S. citizen, come to my meeting. Come and hear what we talking about. Private meeting. This is not for public. This is only for the candidates. B-T-N-I-B-P-M. This is not a game. B-T-N-I-B-P-M at yahoo.com. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, and I'm signing off. New moon in Pisces 2022, year of the Tiger, Pluto return.
The schools
coup d'etat. The time has come for us to coup d'etat the Congressional Black Caucus. Do you have the guts? Many are called, few are chosen.
People paying tuition. They losing money because tuition is too damn high and people not going to school. That's why they losing money, not because people not using their school for conferences. They losing money because they don't have enough people in there. Because the schools are not reaching out to the community and finding ways to get people to be sponsoring kids into schools.
He's too strong. He bit you and broke his tooth. He bit his calf and broke his tooth.
Outreach program. That's why you see
all my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice.
Sucks.
Hustle pay the price. Want a slice. Got to roll the dice. That's why. All my life. I've been grinding all my life. All my life. Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice. Hustle pay the price. Want a slice. Got to roll the dice. That's why. All my life. I've been grinding all my life.
President. He's a corporation.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Shay Shay and the guy that's stopping by for a drinking conversation today.
This
is the ultimate hustler.
Yeah.
Explain the get up.
Well,
discretion
at this shirt,
right?
I designed these shorts,
right?
You got
these socks,
right? Funds coming in.
Where?
So you like, okay? So do you only wear your gear, or do you wear other?
Even if it was
mostly
take
mine.
down the sign and put someone's advertising.
When I was younger, and I was running around in the fashion world,
you should have some type of business.
I think I had a purple suit on.
Right.
It devastated me.
Right.
So I was like, I can never.
Shit,
I just feel funny wearing another
be a billboard of advertisement
clothing, and then I meet him.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like also I could always do things better.
Right.
Creatively, I like to do everything myself. I feel like good taste transcends, everything.
You should have a rapport with them.
I like to do everything myself. So that's why I like to have my own. And then also I like to monetize the things that I love to do for free.
Right.
So if I'm gonna get fresh, I love it.
Right.
I might as well make the clothes.
Play games.
And ultimately, it costs somebody else's. It just takes a little more time.
Right.
But I like the process.
Right.
You should have fun.
So I design everything down to my jersey, except for the classics.
Some companies have been
So before we go any further, I'm an entrepreneur. I just started in the cognac business. I got this is called Le Portier, which is a BSOP named after my grandmother, and I want to share one entrepreneur to another.
Appreciate it.
But like I said,
this is a rough business.
It is.
Right minds.
Tell me what you think.
To build this.
Can you do the dame dash with that? Can you? You got the dance with the two bottles.
Need girls have to be.
If you
never doing the dame dash dance without women in the
I don't think Fox will let me do all that now.
Come over to my network.
Yes, yeah.
You can do it at Fox Soul.
No break down the movies.
So how have you been? What's new?
None of that for 2022.
I want to go down in history, not as like an actor or
2022
an entertainer,
year of
not even an entrepreneur.
Dirty black
I want to go down in history as an industry conqueror.
Okay.
2020,
you know, I don't think the way industries are set up right now behoove us as a culture.
Let's go.
And they all need to be changed.
Okay.
So when I went into the music business, I shook that shit up. And I benched the people from the other culture that I didn't think were treating us fairly, like a Leo or Cohen.
Right.
I like to call them out by name.
If that's their mentality,
which a lot of us don't do.
Right.
Yourself.
And I did the same thing in the movie business. You know, I don't like to get at homeboy Weinstein. But I was getting after him way before we went through what he went through, and everybody thought I was crazy when I made Paid in Full, which I'm about to make
the Black
part
nation.
2.
Right.
He's a good speaker for the Black nation.
Fashion.
He's not a leader because
same thing.
His mindset
Rockwear, Rachel Roy,
is to do for him.
State 100%. Property. You know,
it's all going to come back.
But the industry,
anything that he
and television.
For,
right now, I have this partnership with Fox Soul.
If that's because the Muslim he was raised up. But
the industry that I really haven't shook up and I've been really aggravated about is sports.
Okay.
I think it's the most flagrant example of racism and the programming of us looking like we're not equal and us hurting each other.
So sad that he's like
and still looking and regarding each other as number 2, especially the NFL.
Right. And he could become
so,
a leader.
You know,
but because
I look at things on a therapeutic and also a psychological level, because that's the way muscle is controlled.
You're going to owe him.
So if you're a professional football player, which you have been, your owner, I don't even like that name.
Right.
Your owner is the person that's your lifeline. That's who pays you.
Right. What work you gonna be
that's who you have to be nice to all the time, no matter what, no matter how good you are.
You got votes coming. What's going to be your
every owner is white.
Get us votes.
Every owner is white.
What's going to be your strategy?
And I personally tried to buy teams with people from the NFL. And you have to get voted in and all this. And it's ridiculous that every black,
true.
But at the end of the day, they all have to look up to a white man owner. And that must be traumatizing. And I don't like it. So I'm not mad about how people set their own house up. I just build my own.
Right.
The way he operates is like.
But you do understand how hard it is to get into that because they only have 32 teams. These franchises don't become available very often.
Let me just say something about me. Nothing's hard for me.
Talk about April.
What's hard for me is not trying.
Figuring out how we can get on the
even if it's not successful, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it now. So my first step is an arena football league.
Okay.
We have a team, the Tampa Cyclones. We'll be airing it. And, you know, there'll be black owners.
Right.
It doesn't mean that only black people could play.
Right.
But we'll be the landlords.
Right.
I'm going to start with 6 teams. We start immediately. You know, I think I'm going to make the announcement next.
And give you a breakdown.
And you know, we start playing Philly. Our first game is April 2nd, but in Alabama.
And
Mississippi is the first game in March.
Right.
And, you know,
and let you know,
black head coaches. There'll be therapy. There'll be economic literacy. And we'll be teaching not like, yo, how to
about
a certain way.
Right.
It'll be about making sure that the players are rich and literate.
This is
on every level.
Folks,
in every way.
And what about the players that just want to get a paycheck, go home? Everybody doesn't want to be, doesn't have the business acumen that you does or don't want to be in that business model.
That's why I'll do the rough stuff. I'm gonna make sure that when a player doesn't have a career as a football player, and also I'm gonna do the same thing in the metaverse. So already got the I use the and already have the technology to 4D, which is like the YouTube, you know. I'm thinking in other dimensions as well. So at the end of the day, I want to shake up the sports industry. Something to try.
Right.
Everybody looks tough. Nobody's fighting. But I just think things.
My bad. If we can get him, if we can get it from Kwanzaa, if we can get it to Damn, man, this is why people Martin Luther King Day. If we can powerful from and then when March come in, I believe March is Women's Month. Understand what I'm saying? Now we doing operate. And then here come April. And what, like I say, April 4th is Unity Day. That's the day of, we have like 120 days stronger preparation. There's no reason why we fail. There's no reason why we not accomplishing the things that we need to accomplish. Fuckery. People want to be entertained. People don't want to do work. Well, all I want to do is work, folks. And I need you guys to put me to work. I want to work for you. Let me work for you. I don't want to work for FedEx. I want to work for Amazon. I want to work for you. Put me to work. The work that we must do is community work, community building. Not everyone is qualified for it. Some pay. But this, we're not going to the government for the tax dollars. We're going straight to people saying, we want to work for you for your dollars. We want to make your dollars count. But we need your dollars to make it happen. Like I said, folks, we need nothing but flyers. It's March. It's Women's Month. It's Women's Month. It's Women's Month. This the campaign. I need campaign flyers. I need campaign flyers. I need campaign flyers. Yo, Slew, once again, man, thanks for your support. It was so weird because I was out there teaching some young boys, training them how to shoot and everything. Yo, folks, I really want to get into the community bad. I really want to start this training camp, and I can't do this by myself. As activists, we as soldiers cannot do this war by ourselves. Yo. This ain't, what I'm saying? But when we talk about really taking out the time in election day operations, youth support, see, that's a different number. So we're going to show that number. Phone banking, canvassing. Like we said, we talk about political party. Okay, so this is what it is. We need flyers, beautiful ladies, beautiful men. We need flyers. I'm looking for another flyer, but I don't see the main flyer. The Excessive Force Task Force. We, the people of the Excessive Force Task Force, believe it's our duty to perform in our community, not just as business people or religious clergy, but as congregation of real men and women whose sole purpose is to maintain our environment. We understand that to have a successful future, you must control your present. Not to do this, we're committing a crime against our youth and our nation. To stand as real men and women will result in less violence and less police control. First, we will establish a community board from the lower level people, not just the working class, but those who in present day feel they are being left in the dark. Giving power to the less fortunate will uplift their spirits, and they will now have a stake in this nation. Our main purpose is to keep our streets safe. Therefore, preventing black on black violence is essential. We must not engage in physical nor spiritual violence. amongst our own. This gives us the power of uplifting unwanted visitors. See, my words is my words. So the reason why I just don't run up on people and do it because it's me going against my word. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm losing it. And once I say, yo, fuck this shit, yo, I'm spazzing the fuck out. And like I say, when I go to court, if I don't get my money in court, I'm going to spaz out and I'm going to make blood drip from that nigga's mouth. And it's just that simple. That's why I really hope that everything goes right. I hope he just wakes up. I hope that we can start making moves, and I hope that we can start saving the day, as opposed to allowing me to become a demon and let my demonic energy out and be taking me now to jail, and now I have to be up in jail for assault. And now I'm sitting up in there wasting more time. We don't want that. We don't need that. But folks, this is the type of energy that certain people be bringing out of you. Certain people bring energy out of you, and it's like, damn, man. I don't know where that came from as I'm reading this shit. It's because I'm reading my words, but in my mind, I'm like, yo, man, listen. Once again, we must not engage in physical nor spiritual violence amongst our own. This gives us the power of keeping unwanted visitors out of our communities. If there's no animal violence, then police excessive force will minimize. We also will keep a strong cop watch, documenting all excessive force use against us and checking those who check us. In saying this with the grace, we will establish a better relationship with those individuals and making their jobs more simple as to really serving the people. See, our job is not just to be hateful towards the cops. Our job is to maintain our communities, maintain our families, do the right thing in our neighborhoods so they don't even have an invitation in. We give them an invitation in when we commit violence. We give them an invitation to come into our community when we hurting each other. We give invitations when we stealing from each other. But if there's no invites, they're not coming in. And so we have to decrease our invites. We can't send out too many invitations. So that's why it's important to have the excessive force task force. And our job is to make sure that we are not sending invitations out to white America for them to come into our communities to be terrorists. Real simple, folks. Okay, folks, we 2 hours in. I don't know how I can really go 2 hours sitting here in one corner and just masterfully just do these live streams. I mean, I feel as if I didn't even get across anything. But I know I spoke about a lot. You know what I'm saying? I spoke about a lot. But it's like, damn, there's so much to talk about and so much to do. And that's why it's now time for us to, like I said, really get focused. I spoke to somebody offline, and she know who she is. And we spoke for hours. And she says, yo, I'm with you, Dawn. I got your back. And I sent her something. What did I send? I'm trying to find the paper I sent her. Because I want to show you what I sent her. I sent her a paper. And she said, oh, yo, I love this. I'm with this. I'm with this. I'm with this. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. And then all of a sudden, the motherfucker disappeared. Just disappeared. And then I texted her. I was like, yo, you all right? And she said, yeah, I'm all right. And then I'm like, yo, so what happened to you? Just disappeared off the face of earth. And this is what I sent her. Look at the date on it, 2016. But don't look at the 2016. Like I say, that date is very important. Look at the April 4th Unity Day. That's what I want to do for 2022 now, 6 years later. And I was looking to do it in one of the cities, either Delaware, New York, or Philly. And this young lady just completely disappeared on me. That really bothers me. That's what we talk about when we talk about flip-flopping. What happened? What did I do to you that made you just abandon ship? What did I do to any one of you folks that makes you abandon a brother like myself from accomplishing beautiful work, doing beautiful things. What did I do to make you abandon when it comes to doing real work? What did I do to make you abandon? Really helping and aiding and supporting real men so they can accomplish. What did I? All right, folks. Before I disappear with you, I'm going to read you something. To achieve your dreams, remember your ABCs. Okay. First, A. Avoid negative sources, people, places, things, habits. Okay. That's A. Avoid negative sources, people, places, things, and habits. B. Believe in yourself. C. Don't E. Enjoy life today. Yesterday's gone, and tomorrow may never come. F. Families and friends are hidden treasures. Seek them and enjoy their riches. G. Give more than you plan to give. H. Hang on to your dreams. I. Ignore those who try to discourage you. J. Just do it. K. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. No matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it may seem, it will get better. It will get easier. Okay? Keep on trying. No matter how hard it seems, it will get easier. L. Love yourself first and most. M. Make it happen. N. Never lie, cheat, never lie, never cheat, never steal. Always strike a fair deal. O. Open your eyes and see things as they really are. P. Practice makes perfect. Q. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. R. Read, study, and learn about everything important in your life. Read and study. Read, study, and learn about everything important in your life. S. Stop procrastinating. T. Take control of your own destiny. U. Understand yourself in order to better understand others. V. Visualize it. W. Want it more than anything. X. Accelerate your efforts. Y. You are unique. Of all God's creations, nothing can replace you. Z. Zero in on your target and go for it. This was given to me over 20 years ago, and this is what I live by. Never give up. Never give in. Keep on trying, no matter how hard it gets. Okay, folks? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. This is what it is, folks. It's to achieve your dreams, remember your ABCs. Thanks for your listening here, folks. This is what leadership looks like. Like I say, when I tell you I'll be out there in the streets, folks, this is what leadership look like. You see all those people down the block? They was all in awe. They was all mesmerized, folks. And trust me, people left, people came, people picked up, and I did this for hours. I wasn't just out there for seconds. I was out there for some time. I did changeover. Thank you. I took all those from different people, gave it to other people, took it from other people, gave it to other people, took it from other people, gave it to other people. This is what leadership is about, folks. This is what leadership is about. Getting young folks to stand out there in the cold and protest silently. Oh, yeah. Black man rise, original rebel, 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 rebel. Peace.